Hello again. Did you miss me? It has been like a couple weeks now. I've been working on stuff. This is like the 6th year anniversary, I'm pretty sure. I hope I didn't get my numbers confused again. I confused the 4th for the 5th last time. But I'm just going to do a game while I do the update this time. No music, well, other music. No montages or anything, because as we all know, the 5th anniversary is more important than the 6th one. So I'm just going to play some Dead Cells. I think, yeah, I'll just resume wherever I left off. Heck with it. This game is kind of a... Oh boy, I get to do a boss while I do the update. Ain't that fantastic? This game is like Castlevania, but with Dark Souls, and... I guess it's not as Dark Souls-y as, Crash Bandicoot. Heyo! Yeah, that joke's running around on the internet, isn't it? You fight things and you try not to die. That's pretty much how it goes there. I really wasn't expecting to fight a boss right as soon as I started. I was expecting to, like, do some easy stuff. Ah, ridiculous. I might as well try it. That Minish Cap thing that I was talking about, that copyright ID stuff, yeah, I was having some problems with that, but they kind of just, like, fell by the wayside. Oh, wow, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Where is my heal button again? I need it. Ah, there it is. Oh, I'm gonna get murdered while I'm trying to talk over things. Ah, ridiculous. Anyway, my content ID thing, a bunch of databases were claiming my Legend of Zelda videos for the Legend of Zelda Koji Kondo music. And I'm pretty sure they don't have claim to it because their name wasn't Nintendo or Capcom. That was happening. They actually declined some of my... Oh, wow, that hurt. So, never try to fight a boss while you're doing an update. Back to what I was saying then. Luckily I get a good area this time. A beginner area where I can talk about things. They declined disputes over them having claim on the video. So the only thing I could do now is either let them take the money, the ad revenue, or I fight them and possibly lose my channel over it. And you know what? They could have the few cents, okay? They could go ahead and have that. They could share that with like the 10 other people that claimed on that music. So, enjoy! That is my little revenge for you. If you get ads on some of the later videos in Minish Cap, they're to blame for it. So, that's out of the way, luckily, thankfully. So, next Let's Play. Maybe I should stop thinking about Let's Plays. Maybe I should be playing a Dark Soulsian game while I'm doing this, but... Nope, I'm doing it now. My next Let's Play is going to be a little bit chiller. It's going to be a game you guys might have heard of. There's a recent release. It's called Night in the Woods. It has to do with living in a mining town, and some wacky things start happening. Not right away, but they happen. I actually kind of like it. I thought I wasn't going to like it, but then I started liking it a whole bunch once I actually got around to playing the game. I don't know why I was terrified of this game. I'm going to be playing that next. It's not as action-y as Zelda. Well, it's not action-y at all. It's story and exploration-centric. Kind of like The Great Work and Undertale. Kind of like those things. Like, you got the exploration elements, you could find, like, new stuff. You could learn a lot about the characters in the town. You learn a lot about the history. I like that. I like good, well-written lore. Not like crappy lore. There's lots of crappy lore out there, but I don't think this is crappy lore. Also, it's very Earthboundy in its writing. Undertale's kind of like that already, where they have, like, the monsters. They say the silly things, but they're monsters. They can afford to be a little bit askew. They lived underground for, like, how long? And yeah, I guess they could get away with it. But when you have, like, normal, regular people making, like, silly comments and such like that, that's what makes Earthbound humorous, is that the fact that these are regular people living in a regular town, and they're saying some weird stuff. Which is a lot like real life, if you think about it hard enough. I keep on hitting the wrong button. I want to manipulate things. I like it for that. It's, you know the motto for Mother 3? The strange, funny, but heartrending kind of thing? Yeah, this game fits. Definitely fits in the category of strange, funny, and heartrending. Especially when you get invested in some of the characters, which I certainly am. There's a lot of characters I like. There's a few characters I hate, too. Which means that they were written well. If I learned to hate a character, they'd have probably been written well. They just got that right amount of jerkiness. Not giving away anything, anyway. But, another reason why I'm doing Night in the Woods. It's my hometown. Yes, I will give it away. I live in Possum Springs. Maybe not in the same time frame. It seems like they captured 2013, 2012 Possum Springs. And it's like maybe 80% correct. Of course, you have that artistic liberty in there somewhere, but 80% is pretty darn good for when you're going for a video game. Which is kind of surreal, actually. A little bit. I played through like 3/4 of it already. And I also have a save editor. And I didn't see this before. What is this about? Okay. So, they changed the paths a little bit. I didn't remember seeing this last time. So do not go to the Yasu area unless you feel ready. I don't feel ready. In fact, I'm going to just go to an easy area instead. So, what was I saying? Oh, right. Yeah. Talking about Night in the Woods. I'm almost done playing it. I have a save editor because the game really likes you to play the game multiple times. And obviously I can't do that during a Let's Play because then I'd be doing a lot of the same things over again. So instead, I'd rather just like tweak variables where I need them and go from there. Don't worry, you'll be seeing a good amount of the game. I'm trying to find every secret, which actually isn't all that hard. There is some skill-based things, too. Yeah, it's weird. Story-based game, and you have skill-based things going on. It sounds strange, that's because it kinda is. The game is a lot more than just talking to people. So that's my plans for that LP. The next one's, I heard that there's supposed to be a Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga remake coming out soon from Nintendo. Maybe I'll be able to, like, get that going. A little RPG about Mario and Luigi. Because I played through that game. That game is pretty interesting, too. It's wacky, it's funny. It has a Mario and a Luigi in it, and not much else, but I like the combat system. Also, this weapon really blows now. Ridiculous. What other things? I would like to do another Zelda game sometime, like maybe in like the next year or so. Maybe like Link to the Past, because I haven't beat that. And more Zelda on the way. Knit Underground, I was going to do that until I got addicted to Night in the Woods. So, that's certainly on there somewhere. That's from Nifless, that's the guy that made the great work. What else was I planning on doing? Chrono Trigger, maybe? Chrono Trigger might be in the works. I might have, oh yeah, Knuckle Sandwich, once that comes out. La Milana 2, which they're still updating. They're still releasing updates for that. What was it? Yeah. I was just saying, what is it? Like, I don't remember what it is. Mother 4, which is not even going to be called Mother 4 anymore because they're rebranding to get Nintendo off the scent trail. Because they were doing their C&D happy business. Mostly because of Metroid, and mostly they did that because they were planning their own Metroid, apparently. I've seen the E3. I pay attention to things, just like you do. Mother 4, once they get that out of the way. I heard it's supposed to be calling it radioactive, and they're changing a lot of things to be, like, radio-like. Like they're calling the psychic powers Vox. And they're calling people that use psychic powers transmitters. Stuff like that. And, of course, people that accept psychic powers are, like, receivers. Like, say, people that are telepathic, they would be a receiver. Because they receive information, obviously. But that's still going on. They're still working on that. They're kind of radio silent, but to be honest, they are building a mother game from scratch. So, I don't really blame them that hard. I'll take this. My spear is doing crappy. And in fact, I haven't really picked up a lot of upgrades either so far. Now I can actually talk about this game a little bit. It's kind of like Dark Souls. As you can see, you just murder things. You avoid getting hit. That's a big part of it, because you just can't tank damage in this game. You gotta roll out of the way. You can do back attacks. There's several different kinds of weapons. This thing's still in early access, much like 20XX is. But as you can see, I have an energy whip. I love the whip weapons in this game. The Mesa has taught me well. And you go around to different areas. It's kind of like Castlevania 3, where you can choose the different routes, and different routes are harder than others. Except this one has a lot of platforming involved. And your reward for doing harder areas is you can get stronger weapons. And if you do areas fast enough, you can open up those doors. Of course, I've been faffing about a little bit, so I don't think I'm going to be opening any of those doors. Or even playing this game much longer anyway. It was just kind of a cover-up. I really didn't expect to fight that boss so soon, though. That is the first boss you fight in the game, out of 2 that are currently in the game. I've seen the final boss, like, once, maybe twice, and he's a doozy. He's kind of hard to beat. You gotta have some good weapons for him. And of course, this being a roguelike type of game, it's all the luck of the draw finding good items. Sometimes you'll just find kebabs just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. I have questions about that. But I want to thank you again for sticking around for 6 years, so anybody that's a veteran anyway. I've noticed I picked up a lot of people due to Tingle. So, welcome Tingle people. You are welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. Whenever they make that second Tingle game translated to English, I will go ahead and play that for you. You will get your Tingle, don't you worry. I mean, you had a little bit of Tingle during Minish Cap, but I'm sure you're craving Tingle. These people are craving to get tingled. How many times can I say tingle before I end this? Tingle, 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 tingle. Can you say it sensually? Can you say tingle sensually? That's something that would never happen in the history of ever, eh? Anyway, thank you for sticking around. I have more videos for you. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Please, do not judge Night in the Woods until you've actually seen it or played it. Because I've made that mistake, and I feel embarrassed. Also, that guy's kicking my butt. I'm out of here. Jeez. No, thank you. I'll do that later. Good night, folks.